So there I was, sitting in a waiting room, waiting, because that's all there is to do in a waiting room. I mean, they had crappy magazines like Cosmopolitan and Sports Illustrated from like 2 years ago, but I decided to pass on that bit of encyclopedic knowledge. So while I'm waiting for the job interview, this fat, ugly Puerto Rican receptionist starts singing to the radio. And I've got nothing against fat, ugly people. I've been fat many times myself. I've got nothing against ugly people. I'm not the prettiest guy you've ever seen, but it was the fact that she was Puerto Rican that pissed me off. I'm not racist or anything, but Puerto Ricans creep me out. I can't help it. I'm just being honest here. So anyway, she starts belting out the lyrics to the song on the radio. Open Arms by Journey. So I come to you with open arms. And she's typing away as she's singing, and I'm just overwhelmed with embarrassment for her. And I want to bury my head in my lap, but I don't got that kind of flexibility. Because if I did, I wouldn't be putting up with this annoying bitch that I've been screwing for the last 3.5 months. And I'm thinking to myself, did you somehow forget that I'm in the same room with you? 3.5 feet away, directly in front of your line of vision. Do you have any self-respect? Am I being punked here? And I start scoping the room for hidden cameras. Nope, no cameras. This delusional, fat, ugly Puerto Rican actually doesn't give a shit that she thinks she's in a karaoke night in a professional environment at work. And it was that song, Open Arms. One of the sappiest, worst songs ever. I'm starting to think that the universe is giving me a sign to get the fuck out of there ASAP. I mean, if I was starving and I hadn't eaten for days standing in line for food and I heard that song, I would run as fast as I could from that place and eat dirt. You ever work with these people who think they can whistle and they whistle along to the tunes being played on the radio? You contemplate how much time you'd have to spend in prison for homicide. I mean, it's bad enough I gotta be at this crappy job, listening to crappy music all day long, but there's always this asshole whistler who wants to make it worse by whistling along to the crappy songs at the crappy job all day long. And I don't want to name names here, but I'm talking about you, Bob Fishbein. Yeah, let me break it down for you, okay? You can't whistle for shit. Your whistling sucks, Bob. And even if you were the best whistler on the face of the planet, it'd still be fucking annoying. You agree with me on that? I mean, we've been slaving away here, working at this crappy job for 8 years now, listening to crappy music, counting screws, and all you do is fucking whistle all day long. Jesus fucking Christ, Bob, stop it. Stop it right now. I can't tell you how many times I fantasize about ripping your whistling throat right out with my bare hands, but I refrained because I didn't want to go to jail. I read an article about how the ratio of whistlers in prison is higher than the ratio of prisoners who work crappy jobs. So it's a damn good thing that I read that article, Bob. Otherwise, you would have been without an esophagus years ago.